Hey y'all, Auntie's back, and I am outside because it is finally nice enough for me to enjoy it outside. It was so hot last week that I was stuck in the house with a fan. Then it got freezing cold. I had to pull back out the winter coats, and now it's perfect. So I wanted to come outside and enjoy it out here while I can. And in the meantime, talk to y'all about friend breakups. So I have been on both sides. I have had friends step back from me, and I have had friends that I have stepped away from and ended that relationship. Not in a angry, I'm mad at you type of way, not in a um not in a I'm better than you, I've elevated past you type of way. Just after some reflection, decided that this wasn't for me and found a way to respectfully walk away. So go get you a drink, come back, and let's talk about it. Okay? Mm, listen, I got some lemon balm tea from my garden. I took a orange and squeezed it in there with some honey. Baby, it is right. Okay, right. All right. So I want to start with people don't really talk about friend breakups. They talk about relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, 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 breakups, but not friendships. And when friends step when friends step back from you, um, it can hurt. But it's also time for reflection. So I remember in my first marriage, it was really toxic. And I still have this amazing, wonderful friend. But she did. She took a break from me. And um she was like, "Girl, I can't do you right now. I just cannot do you." And I got it, but it still hurt. Um, she heard the abuse. She would be on the phone. She has heard the verbal abuse. She has heard the physical abuse. Her and some family members actually stepped in front of him one time to stop him from hitting me. So, I would leave, I would go back, and at one point she was like, "I can't. I can't do it." And at the time, I was like, I actually need you right now. Like, I needed her. Well, I felt that I did because I wanted the validation. See, she could confirm that I wasn't crazy, that this was really happening to me. And so I was using her as this crutch of knowledge, but I wasn't doing my part. And I think watching me go through the cycle was hurting her because, she's my friend. And I can now appreciate it. In the moment it hurt, but mm, at the time, I felt like, well, is she really my friend? Or is she selfish? That dissipated quickly because I knew that wasn't true. She's one of the most kind people you'd ever want to meet. But, you know, it taught me about self preservation. It taught me that. Like, you can love somebody, but you need to love them from a distance. And I think that was one of my first lessons in loving someone from a distance. She taught me that. So, So now let's get into the other side of it. Um, I had to make the decision a couple of times to step away from a friendship. One friend, I noticed that I was a very good friend to her, but she wasn't so much a friend to me. So I was the friend that she could call whenever she needed a shoulder or there was something going down. I was the one she called. Babysitter, I'm a great babysitter. I was the one she called. But when I needed someone, she was never available. Or when it was time to hang out, have a good time, I was never on that list. So I made the decision to, cut ties. I was very respectful. It wasn't like a blow up or anything. I just let her know, hey, this is not working for me. And, you find that dynamic. I've also had friends that, those people who are habitually negative. They always got a sad story. It's always an issue. There's never any joy. I have to let those type of people go. Or people who victimize themselves. Mm. Because what I found is I would end up being a part of the complaining club. I didn't want to be that person. Or um, I was drained. I found if I'm your friend and I'm drained after talking to you, it's probably not for me. It's not the relationship I want. I don't want to be a drain on someone, which, going back to my friend earlier, I could see where I was draining. The situation was draining and she needed to step away. I also don't want to be drained. So I had to leave that alone. I am finding in growing up, because I'm still growing up, that I'm constantly evaluating who I want to be, how I want to be, constantly, constantly evaluating um, who's around me. And I think that's important. I think self evaluation is extremely important. Who wants to be the drag? Who wants to be the drama queen? You know? And if you have people around you who have no self accountability, well, what's that say about you? I I remember growing up, I would hear birds of a feather flock together. I thought that was so stupid. But now I find that that's true. You have to evaluate your friends. Is everybody broke? Does everybody got a sad story? Is everybody struggling to be a better person? Or are some people just living and having a good time and, you know, being the best they can be? Hmm, I don't know. I might overdo it with the thinking, but I think it's important to evaluate. I don't want to be the Debbie Downer. Are you the Debbie Downer in your group? So now I have a little more clarity about the type of people that I want around me. And I want people who elevate me, people who remind me of who I am when I forget, people who care, people who check in on me. Um, Not just when something's wrong, but just, checking in. I want people who love hard and know how to have fun. And I want to be that for them. I want to be that person who brings joy into the room. I want people who want more out of life than just existing. I want people around me who actually move forward. So I'm constantly asking myself, am I that person who is elevating, who's moving forward? Like, I will make a list of friends that I need to check on that I haven't heard from in a while, just so that I don't forget. Because I think that's important. I think people need to know that you care. They need to know that they're more than just a shoulder, that you care about them as a person. Plus, I'm corny. I'm the corny friend who, just wants to make sure everybody's in a good place. And if not, how can I help you? I also want those honest friends, those friends that'll push you. And I don't want the friend that lies to you, the ones who, everything you do is okay. Every move you make goes unchecked. I don't want those type of friends. I want somebody who can support me and be honest with me at the same time. And I have that. I have a wonderful circle of friends. I don't have this, huge range of friends. I have a great circle. All my friends are a little different in their own way. I don't have any friend that's exactly like another friend. And I love my people. I love my circle. I feel very supported and loved. And not every family member is a friend. I have family members that are friends, but not every family member is a friend. But I feel like every friend that I have is family, if that makes sense. And that's enough for me. I'm happy there. I'm very grateful. So I hope you're enjoying your day. I hope it's warm and smells good where you are. And evaluate your circle. See if these are the type of people that you want to be. See if you're the type of person that you want to be around. And I hope this helps somebody. Thank you for stopping by. And join me here next week. Let's see what the weather's going to be.